Good evening, everyone. My name is Tanisha Burke, and welcome to the Team Lux Platinum Monday Night Training. Today, we are going to talk about social media tips. This training happens every single Monday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure as you bring on new business partners that they are aware of this training. The topics that we discuss are either that you all have brought to my attention that you feel you needed help on, or there are topics on things that I have learned and I just want to update you on them. This is a working training, which means you should have a pen and a notebook in hand. So if you don't have that, run and get that. I want you to take some notes. If you have questions, you can go ahead and type your questions in the chat. At the end of this training, I will be checking the chat to get your questions answered. So, social media tips. One thing I want you to understand is Facebook has an algorithm. So, what is an algorithm, right? The Facebook algorithm takes into consideration engagement, relevance, timeliness, and thousands of other factors in an effort to populate people's news feeds with more of the stuff they want to see. So, as a Planet Marketing representative, who is trying to sell the IntelliTravel business opportunity using Facebook, it's important that you understand Facebook's algorithm, right? It has everything to do with engagement. And if you participated in our training last week where we talked about the structures of going live, we talked about engaging with people before you go live, right? Engaging with at least 20 people before you ever go live so that your algorithm increases with Facebook and more people will be exposed to your live broadcast. If you are not engaging, meaning liking other people's posts, commenting, then Facebook looks at that in a negative way. And so when you go live, then more people, less people will see it, right? Timeliness, meaning when someone comments on your post, how quick are you to respond? So if you're that person who only gets on Facebook once a week to comment on something, then your algorithm is low. Let's say you do a post and let's say you do a post and then you go to bed for the night. Well, Facebook looks at that as kind of negative because if someone comments on that post, they're not going to see, you're not going to see it until the next day, right? So that's something to keep in mind. You have to understand Facebook's algorithm. It's looking at what you're doing, your engagement with people to determine whether or not they should allow more people to see your posts or your live feeds. Question: how often should I post? Never do more than 3 a day on Facebook. Too many people post way too much. You should never drop a link in your post. If you do, you don't understand marketing. So let's go back to the 3 a day. So you might be wondering, okay, well, what time of the day should I post? Well, the short answer is anytime, because you have to imagine, people are in different time zones. So people are going to see your posts at different times of the day. Personally, for me, I always felt that the best time to get a post out is like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, to catch those people when they wake up. Think about what is the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning, right? You grab your phone and you go to the bathroom, right? People are checking Facebook first thing in the morning. So that's always a good time to post. Another good time to post is right around lunchtime. So 11:30 a.m., 12 o'clock p.m., I find is a great time to post because think about it. When you are in your break room or your cafeteria at work at lunchtime, what is everyone doing? They're on their phone, right? So if you have a post out, then they're going to be checking your posts. And then another time is going to be, right around dinner time or right after dinner, anytime in the evening. So those are good times to post. Again, 3 times a day. Anything more than that is probably too much. You should never drop a link in your post. If you do, you don't understand marketing. When you are marketing, the reason why you don't want to drop a link, that turns people off. You want to engage with people. You want people, remember, as a Planet Marketing rep, you're trying to get the appointment to get them on a three-way call, right? You want to get them, you want to be able to take it offline. And if you put too much online, you never have the opportunity to take it offline. So you want to, marketing is just about giving people just enough to make them want to learn more. So you don't want to put everything out there. So never ever post your link to your webpage in the post. And we're talking about your Planet Marketing thing, right? It's different if you're trying to get people to go to your travel page and book travel. That's different. We're talking about marketing here. Post as much as you want in stories, as people who don't want to see it don't have to. So Facebook has stories. If you go to your news feed and look at the top, the first thing you see is stories. So that is a good place to post, random things that you do. Some people, if they cook breakfast, they take a picture of their breakfast and they want to post it on Facebook. We're not saying don't do that. We're saying that's something that you should post in stories so that people who want to see it, they will go to stories and check it out. It's not something that's going to be circulating through their news feed. If people are going through their news feed and they constantly see things from you that are not really relevant to them, then they're going to be ignoring everything that you post. They're not going to take the time to sort through what's the good stuff, what's the bad stuff, or what's the relevant stuff versus the non-relevant stuff. So your key posts to market your business, things you're trying to do, post that on your personal page. But anything that's kind of not relevant, post it in stories as much as you want, okay? Any video you put in stories should have a bit of text on it so that those watching without sound will know what it's all about. So if you post a video in stories, there's an option there to post a caption of what that video is about. If you want people to see the video, make your text something that is inspiring, that makes them want to say, let me see what this video is about. Let me turn my volume on so I can hear what they're talking about. These strategies work so well because they give those on the outside a window into what you are doing and gets them thinking, wow, wish I was there. Be strategic in how you think. If a post is doing really well, let it ride for a bit and don't be so quick to post again. So if you put out a really, really good post at 8 o'clock in the morning and you're getting lots of hits on it, lots of engagement, you might not want to post at lunchtime. You might want to wait until later on in the afternoon, because every time someone comments or likes on that post, it kind of increases your algorithm. So you don't want to disrupt that. Get as much juice from that post as you can before you make your next post. Birthdays on Facebook. There is a great way to utilize this to weed out the inactive people on your friends list. So you want to use the daily birthdays as a resource for dumping your inactive friends. So what do you want to do? Check all those people who have a birthday on any given day, and you want to first go to their page and see if they've recently posted, right? Are they active? If they have not posted in a month or more, then unfriend them, right? Maybe they don't utilize Facebook anymore, okay? So if they have not posted within a month, then unfriend them. If you seem to have, if they seem to have been hacked, and you'll know when certain people have been hacked. I know I see that Ray-Ban ad, right? There's some other ads, or it looks like people are tagging them in a whole bunch of ads, then their Facebook account has probably been hacked. So that's someone you will want to unfriend as well. If the last engagement you had with them was the last time you left them a birthday message, then you probably want to unfriend them, right? Send birthday messages in Messenger, not on their wall. The ones on their wall get overlooked, so make it more personal. That was a great tip. Voice messaging. How many of you are familiar with voice messaging, right? Yes, it may be efficient for you to send someone a voice message, but it is not convenient for the person that you are sending the message to. So if you are cold messaging people, meaning you are sending messages um, to people that you don't have a relationship with to pique their interest, don't use a voice message. Most people hate it if they don't know you because it slows them down and it's weird for them, right? They don't know you. You have to kind of get permission to send a voice message. If you're good friends with them, or if they message you first, if they voice message you first, then go ahead and voice message them back. But otherwise, type it out. Don't focus on your efficiency over effectiveness. Focus on what works and what is best for your prospects. So that is a great tip on voice messaging. Collecting friends. This is a big one. Again, Facebook is constantly changing their algorithms. So if you have watched my how to market your travel business on social media, there's some information in that video that is no longer relevant because Facebook keeps changing their algorithm. So if you have loads of friends on Facebook, but most of them aren't engaging with you, Facebook sees you as ineffective, right? So that decreases your algorithm. If you have few friends, but most of them engage with you, Facebook sees you as really effective and thinks you need more friends, right? So it's all about engagement. It's not about the numbers. It's all about engagement when it comes to the algorithm. So delete your inactive friends and delete any friend requests you sent that have not been accepted. So when you go to your friends on Facebook, you'll see something that says outgoing. And those are all the friend requests that you sent out that people have not accepted. You want to go ahead and delete those because that affects your algorithm negatively with Facebook. Be wary of software to mass unfriend. Facebook doesn't like any activity done with the masses and done too quickly as well, right? So you don't want to friend people too quickly. You don't want to unfriend people too quickly as well. And be careful of using those third-party apps that help you unfriend quickly. Being followed by people is good for your algorithm. So if someone, you see someone is following you, they may not send you a friend request, but they're following you. That is a good thing. Very important. Don't ask friends or teammates to comment on your stuff. This is something that I used to do, but like they say, when you know better, you do better. It's tough to get people to believe your business is real. If your social media is fake, it makes people wonder if your whole business is fake. That is something I did not think of it that way when I was teaching that, but absolutely it's true because I notice sometimes I look at other people's posts, and when I see a whole bunch of comments, I'll go to one of the people who commented on that post, and then I look to see if that person is in their business or not. So I'm like, oh, okay, so only their teammates are commenting on their post, so this may not be a good business. So if I'm thinking that, then there's probably other people like me that are thinking the same thing. Remember the Facebook Live structure. Your intro, right? Your intro. Hi, my name is Tanisha. Question. Today I'm going to be talking about blah, 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 blah. Your content. Tip number 1, tip number 2, tip number 3, and most important, the call to action. If you would like more tips on XYZ, private message me and I'll be happy to get those to you. Never do a live without a call to action, a CTA. The only way to change a person's life is to get them to partner with you. You don't even have the possibility of changing their lives until they are plugged into you. Likes and comments don't change lives. So not doing a CTA is a waste of time unless your goal is to feel good and get likes. The people that join you can be impacted, others can't. So you should never do a live without a call to action. Remember, the goal is to get them to private message you so that they can get more information about the topic that you're talking about in your live. And it's during that private message is where you're going to pique their interest to see if they're open to your opportunity. Questions, go ahead and I'm going to go to the chat feature to see if any of you have any questions, or you can go ahead and unmute yourself if you have a question. Any questions? No questions?
Hi, Tanisha. It's Janine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hi, Janine.
How are you?
Good.
Good. The question I just had, I know this is something now, with the group thing, I just want to know if you can just give me some tips on this, because, with the groups now, you have to invite people. You can't just add them to your group.
Correct.
They have to be invited. So it's kind of slowed down. And, now they put them in the relevant group and, the ones who have accepted the invite and the ones who haven't. So it's like, I've lost a lot of members. Should should I just keep going with the group, or is there another way you suggest? Just do more stories, more live posts?
Absolutely. You want to do more lives. Actually, I lost 5,000 people out of my travel group.
Yeah.
5,000. But again, that is just the number. So now I have 5,000 people that are actually engaging with my posts. So it's no longer, because of the Facebook algorithm, it's not about the numbers anymore, right? It's all about the engagement. So the people that you are left with are the real people that are interested in what you're posting and sharing. They're engaging. So just continue. If you're doing more lives on your personal page, like we talked about last week, you're going to get more engagement. And then when you start sending requests, or inviting people to your group, you'll be able to look and see, okay, who's engaging with me on my lives on my personal page? Oh, okay, John Smith is engaging a lot. Let me invite him to my group. Now there's a better chance that John Smith is going to accept that invite because he's already engaging with you on your personal page. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I can tell you, I've been doing a live almost every day for the past 2 weeks, and I've noticed that I've been getting more people requesting to join my travel group, right? Because they're engaging with me more, right? I'm providing them with value. My lives are about adding value. For example, today I did a live video about how to wean your kids off of video games, right? So that was something to add value to people. So, I mean, already, I don't know how many hits. I just did the video a little while ago, but I know like immediately when I got off the live, I had already like 63 hits. I'm looking at it now. So I recorded this live 3 hours ago, but it's already had 156 views in just 3 hours. So it's all about how many views are you getting, right? How many people are engaging with you? We're trying to increase our algorithm so that when you do your call to action, more people are going to reach out to you to say, hey, I'd like some more information about that topic you were talking about. And then you're able to use that call to action delay. No problem. As soon as I get to my computer, I'll send that information to you. But by the way, do you have a home-based business that you're in? Do you keep your options open in terms of making money outside of what you currently do, right? You get to pique their interest once they message you. All right. Any other questions? No questions? Teresa says she lost 500. Teresa, imagine losing 5,000. All right. Question for you all. Did you find these tips helpful? Did you learn anything? Janine said, yes, I did. Thank you. Maria said, absolutely. Teresa said, yes, made notes. Narabia, yes, thank you. Louise, absolutely, extremely helpful. Thank you. Yes, yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Well, champions, that is all that I have for you tonight. Thank you all for joining. I'm going to post this recording as soon as I download it. I will post it in our Team Lux Platinum group. Once you see that post, please, please, please tag your business partners in the post. I want you guys to get in a habit of tagging your business partners, because not, everyone has different schedules, and we want to make sure that they do not miss out on any information, especially any training that's being shared. Okay, so this concludes our training for tonight. You guys have a great evening. Bye.